finish earlier, we could look at our midterm exam paper, okay? So please come back here. So that's how we prepare our second financial statements. We could find out all the data for shareholders. Remind you again, net income, this number, and OCI, this number. These two is from our first financial statement. Okay, other data from our adjusted trial balance. Any questions? No problem? Okay. If you don't have any question how to prepare our second one, then let's go to the third one you need to prepare. Also, the last one you need to prepare this semester. Okay. For our statement of cash flows, you don't need to prepare so far. Okay, so let's go to the third one. Before we go to the third one, please on slide 125. Remember, we talked about retained earnings statements, 保留盈余表. That's optional. That's optional. So if you want to prepare it or not, it doesn't matter. Depends on your company. So retained earnings statement is optional. Then why is optional? Because this one only tell you retained earnings. Only retained earnings. So you can get the data from where? From the second column, right? From our second column is retained earnings. So based on second column retained earnings to prepare retained earnings statements. Okay? So that's why it's optional because this one only cover retained earnings. Any questions? No problem? Okay, so please go to slide 127. 127, we talk about our third financial statement, statement of financial position or balance sheet. We talk about statement of financial positions or balance sheet, 资产负债表. Okay? Hi, Chow. So this one, what kind of information we want to tell you? We tell you the company's financial conditions means the company's value. Okay, so what's your company's value so far? Then how to get the company's value? Like what? If I ask you, hi, Chow, how many wealth you have? How many wealth you have? You will say, okay, I have 2 houses. I have 1 car. I have $10 million. Oh, I'm so rich. Okay. So usually we will ask you at this point, how much money you have. At this point, what's your wealth? 财富, right? Okay. So usually we ask you at the specific date. So means what? The moment I ask you. The moment we ask. So the moment we ask usually is the last day. So we want to ask your ending balance. Oh, ending balance.期末余额 the last day. Okay, so on the last day, the moment we ask, we want to know your wealth, how rich you are, right? So what's your true value, actual value? So also still the same. We want to know the company's financial statement means we want to know the company's value. Then how to figure out the company's value? you need three items to figure out the company's value. So what's that? Asset, liability, and equity. Okay? So you need to know asset, liability, and equity. Okay? Any questions? So find out asset, liability, equity. That's it. That's how we prepare our third financial statement, balance sheet. Okay? So, did you find out here? When we prepare it, we should find out asset, liability, and equity. Okay? So look at your adjusted trial balance. Based on adjusted trial balance, you could find out asset, liability, equity. But one part, we can get the data from second financial statement. So which part? You can get the data from second financial statement. Asset, liability, equity. Which part? Equity, right? Remember from our second financial statement. Remember that? From our second financial statement, did you get equity? Ending balance right here. So we could use second financial statements data right here to what? To prepare your third financial statement, balance sheet. Okay, see? So did you find out that's why when we prepare financial statements, they have the orders. Okay, prepare first one. You can use the number to prepare second one. Prepare second one. You can use the number to prepare your third one. Okay. So when we are going to prepare our financial statements, this part you can get the data from your second financial statements. Okay? Others from where? From your adjusted trial balance because you got the data from adjusted trial balance already. Liability still the same from your adjusted trial balance. Okay? After that, finally, you've done 3 financial statements. Then, how could you make the right thing? Right here, we could do a little bit double check. How to do a double check? Asset is liability plus equity, right? Remember that? So this is how we could do the double check. Assets is liability plus equity. Okay, so what does it mean? Assets and liability plus equity, these two should be the same. Okay, we use that to double check. Any questions? If you don't have any question, please finish the third financial statement. Prepare your balance sheet. So please prepare your third financial statement, balance sheet, 资产负债表。Okay, are you done? So this is our third financial statement. Based on the information, we could figure out our company's value. Okay, if you want to sell your company, you should know how much money you could sell it, right? So you should know your company's value. How to know your company's value? Based on the third financial statement, balance sheet. Based on this, I could find out my company's true value at this moment. Remember, at this moment, when? Last day. Okay, so did you find out is last day. So all the numbers on this financial statement should be ending balance, right? Because we asked you on the last day, this moment. So all the numbers here are ending balance. Okay, any questions? Then we do a double check, right? So did you find out asset is liability plus equity? So where is asset? Here. Where is liability plus equity? Here. So did you find out they are the same? So we use that to double check. Okay, so far I've done 3 financial statements and total asset equal to liability plus equity. Okay, so maybe I've done the right thing. So should be the correct one for my financial statements. Any questions? Next question. Since this one want to tell you the company's value, right? Could you tell me, based on this, what's the company's value? Company's value from this data you got. What is the company's value? Sorry? You are, what's your name? Sorry. April. April. What's the company's value? 21950. No, it's not. Why? One question, one example. If I ask, hey, April, you have a car. You bought a car. This car is $1 million. Okay? So, but the problem is you don't have the money. So you borrow money from the bank, $1 million. Okay, so you have a car 1 million, but at the same time you borrow money from the bank $1 million. I ask you, hey April, what's your wealth? What's your value? How much? 1 million? It's not. How much? Sorry? Oh, you want to ask this? So what's the company's value? Elaine, you don't know that? Did you hear my example? Hi, 学姐. If I ask you, okay, you have a car, the car's value 1 million. Please listen again. You have a car, the car's value is 1 million. At the same time, you don't have the money to buy the car. So you borrow the money, $800,000 from the bank. Okay? Based on this, what is your wealth? Your wealth, 你的财富. What's your value actually? The car, 1 million. At the same time, you borrow money from the bank, $800,000. So what's your value? $200,000, right? 啊？为什么？你想一下，你买一部车100万，你跟银行借了80万，所以你到底有多少钱？分数只有47分。你在跟我讲真的还是讲假的？我一辆车100万，但你要找出100万买车吧？你的车100万，你没有100万，你跟银行借了80万，所以请问你自己到底有多少钱？啊？20万呢？是吧？我20万，然后跟银行借了80万，total 凑100万去买一部车100吧。所以你的价值你只有多少钱？20万吧，是吧？负债怎么可能跟资产是相加呢？可以理解吗？所以请问这家公司现在价值多少 ？What's the true value for this company? Asset minus liability is the company's true value, right? So how much? 21,950 minus liability 9,550. So how much it is? $12,400. Did you find out is the equity? So when I want to know the company's true value, I look at equity. Why is that? Because equity is the boss value in the company. The company belongs to whom? The boss. Okay? So it's quite important when I look at the asset. Don't forget liabilities. Okay? Don't be, don't. Okay, let's see. Any questions? So based on the information, I know the company's value is $12,400. So based on this number, when you want to sell the company, you can base on this number to negotiate with the buyers. Okay? Any questions? No problem? Okay, then let's go to last one. So what's the last one? Statement of cash flows. On your slide 130. This one, you don't need to prepare it because it's quite hard to get the numbers. So it's okay. We don't ask you to prepare it, but you should understand what kind of information you can get from this one. Statement of cash flows. So what kind of information? Cash, and the cash. So only cash information. Okay? So statement of cash flows, we will tell you everything about the cash. What kind of reason you got the cash? What kind of reason you pay the cash? In the end, how much cash we have. Okay? So everything about the cash. So it's for a specific period of time. What is that? We want to know the situation, the changes in cash. Still, cash is very important. So we want to know what's the reason you got the cash, what's the reason you pay the cash, right? So based on this month, this period, this year, your cash increase or decrease. Why? Okay? Any questions? No? So did you find out this is a format? So we want to know what's the reason you got the cash, you pay the cash. Did you find out cash, 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 cash? Everything about the cash, 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 cash. So this one only about the cash, but we want to know the reason. So do you understand? For you guys, for companies, we usually do three major activities. What are these three major activities? Like what? In the future, you work, right? You got a job, you work. So you got a job, you work. Every month, you got the salaries, right? So the same for companies. Every month, they sell the product, they do a business, That's the major sources they earn their money, right? So which is what we called operating activities, 营业活动. So 本业, what's that? What's the main source of making revenues, making money? Okay, so like companies sell the products, provide the service, you have a job. So that's the main source how we made the money, right? But after that, we still want to be rich. So we want to use the money to what? To make more money. So what's that? Investing activities. So investing activities, 投资活动 is what? We want to use the money to make more money, right? Use extra cash to earn more cash. Okay? So like what? In the future, maybe you can use your extra money to buy the shares, stocks, to buy what? To buy the house. And buy the house, sell it to earn the price difference, right? To earn the price increase part. What else? When you don't have the money, you need to what? Borrow money from the bank, right? So we still have the third one is what? Financing activity. 融资活动. When you don't have the money, you need to borrow money from creditors. No money. And borrow money from creditors. Okay? So based on company the same, we have three major activities. So we want to figure out, you got the cash, you pay the cash from which activities? Okay? Any questions? So this one, you understand what kind of information you can get from this one. That's enough. So statement of cash flows, we don't ask you to prepare it now. We don't need to. We will prepare this one next semester. Okay? Any questions? No problem? Okay, so we've done 4 financial statements already. So remember, for 4 financial statements, Statement of comprehensive income. We want to tell you the company's what? Profit, right? So they made the profit from operation or from luck, right? So cannot be controlled. Second one, we want to tell you everything about shareholders. And balance sheet, the third one, we want to tell you the company's value, right? The last one, statement of cash flow, will tell you everything about the cash, right? Okay, so 4 financial statements tell you 4 informations. Remember, only balance sheet. We want to tell you the company's value, right? So only this one will tell you the moment we ask. So the data, the numbers is ending balance, okay? Other 3 is for a periods. A periods means what? Tell you during this period the situations. So period time will tell you the period, during this period, the situation. The changes. But for balance sheet, we only ask you on the last day, ending balance. The last day. Okay? Any questions? Value, of course, value is the final result. The very final result. So that's why we ask you on the last day. Hey, how rich you are? So only on last day ask you, hey, how rich you are? How many houses you have? How many cars you have, right? Others, we want to know the changes, situations. So during this month, during this quarter, during this year, what's the situations? Okay? No problem? Then, finally, so far, I want to tell you, we've done whole accounting process. Whole accounting process. So on your slide 143, we've done whole accounting process. Remember, analyze transactions from your chapter 1. After we know the impact, we record it on 2 accounting books, right? So from your chapter 2, we told you record it on 2 accounting books. After that, we do our first time double check, trial balance, right? Okay, after first time double check, we go to chapter 3. We find out we should still have a 10% jobs have to finish, right? So we prepare adjusting trial balance, adjusting entries, 调整分录, trying to finish the 10% jobs, okay? Finally, we've done 10% jobs. We go to second time double check, adjust trial balance. Okay, after second time double check, finally we got 100% data, right? So after 100% data, what's the next? What we have to do, what we done today? Prepare for financial statements. So we use the data to what? To prepare for financial statement. Okay, that's it. So in the future, when we talk about each chapter, actually we talk about more transactions. So the more transactions still under this structure, we talk about each chapter. So far, we just tell you a couple transactions, right? But for companies, they have so many different transactions. So in the future, when we talk about each chapter, we talk about different kind of transactions, okay? But it's still under this structure, we tell you more transactions. That's it, okay? Okay, so that's it for today. We're done chapter 3. Right now, midterm exam paper.